So let's start up.
All right, cool. So, so Kotal Khan, Blood God variation. Looks like Derek has brought up the Obsidian Totem. So Obsidian Totem is the black totem with a blue light. You notice the blue energy flowing around his chest. So what this is like a defensive totem. So any damage that Kotal Khan takes while the blue totem is up is, I think currently it's set to like 20% of damage. Obviously those values will change, but essentially the Obsidian is defensive.
Okay.
All right.
And it's a good point out here because Derek put it up one more time. You can't stack totems.
No, one totem at a time, and for the most part, they stay out for the set duration, and the buff will be active during that time.
Cool.
So this green yellowish totem is the crystal totem. So it's kind of the opposite of the defense. It's an offense buff. So you see the green energy around his forearms when it's active, and basically will just augment all of his attack damage.
Now, when that totem is out, and you also do the blood offering where he cuts himself to do more damage, will that actually stack the damage?
It does stack the damage, yes. So if you're able to get this totem out and also get the sacrifice out, which trades some health for increased damage, you'll have even higher amplified damage. So that's been leading to some really damaging combos in QA.
Some beefy damage.
Yeah, so we might need to tone that down a little bit before the game comes out.
This is not the final damage, you're saying?
This is not the final damage.
Amazing.
And finally?
Probably the most unique totem he has is the blood totem. So what this one does is, while it's active, any damage that Kotal Khan does to the opponent, it will send their blood or health into the totem. You can see it by the particle effect, the blood that drains into it. And as long as Kotal Khan does not get hit, when the duration of the totem expires, it'll send that health into Kotal Khan. So it's kind of like a high-risk reward thing where you can put it out, he can try to store up this damage, but he has to play kind of defensive-minded so that he doesn't get hit. Because if he doesn't get hit, the totem is destroyed.
Right. And I want to show them something real quickly here. Let me beat you up real quick.
I will allow it this one time.
Yeah, because it never happens.
No.
So Kotal, go ahead and show him the blood sacrifice.
Sure.
So there, he'll do a lot more damage. I'll show him. It's beefy. Don't kill me.
So, sorry.
You could.
It's hard.
The great thing is, let me just do some. I don't play rage, so I'm gonna do a lot of just punches.
Sure.
And,
ooh, that was good.
Thank you. So now, this is the fun part. Derek actually did this during a match where he's playing, and if you do blood sacrifice, you've chosen poorly.
Well, you know, I didn't want you to have to kill me.
Right.
Do it myself.
Let's move on. We have another question that's been coming out a lot is the same thing as Quan Chi has a buff, a sorcerer variation, which also has some really unique buffs for him.
Yeah, we'll go through it. Similar but different. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he also has 3 individual spell casts that he can cast, and they'll put some magical fields on the ground, and he will get a buff if he's standing inside that. So it's kind of about positioning and setting yourself up properly on the screen.
Yeah, he's gonna be a really tricky character. Like the sorcerer variation is scary to fight against.
I would say this is kind of like more like an MK9 variation for him, where it's kind of rangy and keeping people kind of locked down and block strings and things like that. And the spells kind of feed into that. So
I'm gonna pull one up. I don't know which one it is because I forget the buttons.
Okay.
So let's
see what happens.
Roll the dice.
There we go.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So the purple one, while he's standing inside of it, it augments several of his special attacks, like the skull toss, the air skull toss, and the ground blasts. So you'll notice that when you do them normally, they're green energy, but when he's standing inside this field, it's purple energy. So what this does is it'll do the same damage as the normal special would do, but it adds this lingering damage over time effect. So you'll notice that by like a purple energy that's on the opponent's head whenever one of these moves hits. So basically, you can just layer these things on and just augment this damage over time damage that he has. But you have to be standing inside that ring to have that active.
And you got him too because like his usuals are green.
Yep.
So there's that. Next, that's this one.
Yep. So this one's a little bit different. Instead of placing the field underneath him, it places the field underneath the opponent, and you'll notice that it's active by the little energy that's kind of like draining off of him. And what that one does is it makes it where the opponent takes increased block damage. So if the guy's blocking and he's blocking attacks, he'll take additional damage from that. So that's good for Quan Chi because, like I said, he can kind of lock people down in block strings and stuff, you know, trading up the trance and the runes and the projectiles.
We all remember the runes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can get this thing on, now the opponent's like, well, do I try to get out of this thing? Or you can lock him down to the corner and kind of keep him in there and just force him to take chip damage until he die.
Right. Now, my personal favorite is the one I just did by accident.
We just talked about it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and show that one again, I guess.
So we'll see Ferritor beat up on Quan Chi for
Yeah, that part is actually really cool.
Oh yeah, no, it's
nice.
great.
I
I love the color.
So, can you put on Jen on the dry erase board for mistakes I've made? Can you
2.
put 2?
Yeah.
Well, the name of the stream.
Combat cast?
No, the
Yeah, right.
yeah, when I saw it wrong.
So that's 1.
Yeah.
2, please 2.
2, yeah.
Okay, how about this one?
Let's see. Perfect.
There we go.
All right, so the green one, it will increase Quan Chi's defense abilities, so he gets 1 hit of armor while he's standing in it. So this is perfect for his play style because he can, you know, maybe get you in the corner, drop this one down underneath him, and then you're basically just trapped in the corner. It's also good for projectile battles, obviously, you know, so he'll have that on, he can throw a projectile, and if you throw a projectile and try to trade with him, he's not going to take the go into reaction.
Show that, yeah, so I can...
Yeah.
Can you?
So,
there it is.
So it'll take the 1 hit, it'll eat it, and then while he's standing in there, it regenerates every, you know, some short amount of time. That'll be very, you know, very based on what you know, Paul and the guys decide balance-wise. With these 3 different magical fields, he's able to change up the play style, but all 3 are kind of based around his ability to pressure opponents or stay really far out range-wise.
Awesome.
Which, you know, it's great. We talk about variations too. Like Quan Chi really shows you that they're so different.
Yeah.
Like his portal one is more about getting around and really tricking the opponent, and then, you know, the
Puggles
the Nether Bat, as Derek calls him, changes up. You know, it's like he gives him an assist around. And
yeah, it's almost like a combo, like a combo of everything, because he can call out the Puggles, the Nether Bat. He can call them out.
There's another bat
during combos and stuff to increase hits and juggle input.
Right. We're now going to we're going to do like a bit of a canon match. We're going to actually play a match, and you can help us call it because we have trouble sometimes talking when we're fighting because we get really intent.
We care what we're doing.
Okay,
I just want to
happens.
beat you. Is really it.
But we'll try to talk. So I will be Sub-Zero.